Alright. Oh, come on up, buddy. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Chibi-Zel Plays. I'm continuing Wind Waker. Chai is here too. Not on my usual computer. So I got to really quickly set everything up in on a secondary computer. So don't chew on that. So here's hoping I got it set up right and that this thing doesn't crash halfway through, because that would be really sad. We are continuing Wind Waker. Last week we just reached the Forest Haven. So now we'll be meeting the Great Deku Tree, exploring around a bit. Depends on how long it takes me, just goofing around, whether or not we'll actually get to the dungeon we're here for. I'll do my best. I might get distracted. If you scratch that, don't scratch that. I love you. Good boy. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Oh. That should be better, just in case there's any... Don't... Good boy. Alright, so I really hope that I got the volume levels right. I really was just guessing when I set it up. Okay. So... Hello, Beetle. Hello, Mailbox. Hello. Oh, Sleepy Ship is sleepy. Right. So, let's do this. I will figure out how to play this game without reverting to Breath of the Wild controls. Because, oops. So, as we climb up these ledges, we're greeted with a whole bunch of Deku Baba. These are the carnivorous plants that we first met in... on the 64. Or... Right, that's the shield. And that was the game that introduced us to Deku Sticks and Deku Nuts. Unlike Ocarina, where... unlike the 64 games, where the sticks and the nuts were inventory items that we could collect a quantity of. Come on up, buddy. Come on, good boy. Please... Do not, don't do that. Don't do the thing that you were doing, Chai. Yes, I blew on your tail. Nut. And here we have the Forest Haven. Okay. Oh. forgot to do the post saying that I have started. I should probably do that. I'm sorry. Yes, hello, kitty cat. Hello. Wonderful kitty cat. Good kitty cat. Alright. It's that time of year. Whew. I'm sorry, everybody. Alright. That. Post now. Ah, sound check is good. Thank you. Okay, I wasn't sure if the mic was set up correctly because I'm, again, just kind of guessing. But thank you. Alright, I wish there were timestamps on the chat messages so I knew how long I hadn't noticed you for. Goodness. Come on. Should close that so it takes less memory so that it can focus on the stream better. It seems to be encoding fine. I think I've got all of the drivers correct. Alright. Thank you again for your patience, everyone. Okay, so that posted. And please do not chew on that bite. Chai, honey. Chai. 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 Okay. Yeah, hello. Okay. Wanna settle in and play this game with me instead of destroying all my stuff? I'd rather destroy all my stuff. Come on, settle down, settle down. I'm not letting go of you. You are going to chew on stuff. I need you to not chew on it. Okay? I'll let you go if you don't wreck my stuff. Okay? Okay? If you wreck my stuff, I'm gonna get you again. And I'm gonna hold on to you. And you're gonna stay here with me. But if you don't wreck my stuff, I can let you wander around. Alright? Very good. That's a happy kid. I don't know if you can hear him or not, but he's purring. He has all kinds of purring right now. And now he's gone. Okay, so getting back to the task at hand, Hello there, giant tree. Now, what I find fun about this version of the Deku tree is he's rounder than previous incarnations. He's, I guess, more cartoony, more bulbous isn't the right word, but no. You got a thing on your... Yep. Oh, these choo-choos with their chew jelly and... Ooh, I didn't know I hadn't picked up the green one yet. It's really interesting. If you look very closely, you can kind of see a difference in the rendering quality between the one that he's holding and the one there. Fun with webcams. But yeah, and he looks a little different in this pose too. I think they redid that graphic for the HD re-release. That's very interesting. So, again, the red one next to the hearts is the original image, original item. Model. The word I want is model. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that... Let's see how it goes when I press the button. Okay. Magical gelatinous essence. Oh, thanks but no thanks. And now he's back again. Yeah. That is really interesting. That is not the button. Okay, so something caused all of the Chew to despawn and respawn on his face again. So I had to knock him off by rolling into his face, like breaking plates on the wall. But yeah, I think that yeah, in a first playthrough, that's all in the ancient text, and you can't read it. But here, in a second playthrough, we see that it says, "That garb you wear, could you be the legendary hero? Has the king at long last found the hero of time?" What is the matter? Do you not understand the ancient Hylian tongue? So you are not the hero of time. Same soul. Different bodies, different lifetimes, but reincarnative. Whee! I must apologize, I was in error. I saw your clothing. Well, again, like I mentioned in the first episode, the reason why on Outset the coming of age celebration for boys is to wear the green outfit is because of a misunderstanding of the Hero of Time's green outfit. It was because of the Kokiri clothing he wore. So, Deku Tree sees Link dressed in the clothing that he wore, or in clothing referencing the clothing he wore all that time ago in his last lifetime, and just sees him. But as I was saying earlier, it's really interesting with the way the Great Deku Tree looks in this one, as opposed to the way that he looks I can't really say as opposed to the way that he looks in Ocarina of Time, because because you see the Great Deku Tree sprout after the Forest Temple, and that one is a much more cartoony, much more rounder plant than the original tree, which is very tall and very stately and oak-like and solid. And this one also looks more cartoonish, and because this is from the adult branch, this is the Great Deku Tree sprout that we saw grow after the Forest Temple. The original Deku Tree probably is the Forest Haven. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a giant tree trunk that we're inside of, except I just decided I was wrong about everything ever and second-guessed myself. I'm going to check on that real fast by running up to the wall and seeing if it's wood or stone, but if I'm right, this is inside of either the Great Deku's clearing or inside of the actual Deku Tree, which was immense. So, yeah. The tree in Breath of the Wild would have to be a descendant of the original, not a descendant of the sprout from the adult timeline. Because at the end of this game is the single biggest argument for why it's impossible for Breath of the Wild to be on this timeline. And I know that a lot of people are espousing the current collapsing timeline theory, that all of the timelines hit a convergence or a dragon break or whatever it is that they're choosing to call it. And while that could make sense for the classic or downfall timeline, and for the child timeline that goes through Majora's Mask and then to Twilight Princess, it is completely impossible for this timeline to converge and join up with the other two, because at the end of the game they leave. Hyrule's... We'll get to it. We'll absolutely get to it, and I'll ramble like for frickin' ever when we get there. I am the guardian spirit of this forest haven, the Deku Tree. I owe you my thanks for your aid in ridding me of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the King of Red Lions, the boat who speaks, who led you to this place? So it is true. Then you have come here because you have need of the Pearl of the Goddess. I see. I knew there was a reason the monsters had begun to congregate in the regions around my wood. Now I understand it. He has returned. Ganon has returned. In that case, we must make haste. Koroks, little children of the woods, this traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves. They're so freaking cute. Oh my goodness, I love them. What do you call yourself? Link? Well then, Link, these are the Koroks, the spirits of the forest. Once upon a time long ago, the Koroks took on human forms. But when they came to live on the sea, they took these shapes. Oh, I forgot about that line. Yeah. Ha! They're the Kokiri. I mean, We don't see Sario or Mido or Fado or... They all have different names than they used to, but... These are the Kokiri. Now they fear people, but to me, they will ever be my cherished little children. As it happens, you have come just in time for a ceremony that the Koroks hold but once every year. It is about to begin. I shall grant the pearl to you once their ceremony is complete. I must apologize for the brief delay, but if the ceremony is not completed soon, an ill fate could befall us. So let it begin. Are you ready, my children? We are not! Oh, great Deku Tree, something terrible has happened. It is Makar. Makar! Whoa, Makar is gone! What is the matter, Linder? You and Makar are always late. Makar. It's not that, oh great Deku Tree. He fell into the Forbidden Wood. What? The Forbidden Woods. I told him to be careful, but still he flew above the Forbidden Woods, and as he drew close to it... Foolish little Makar. Link, you have heard all of this. The Forbidden Woods are right beside the hallowed island of our forest haven. Those woods, the whole region, is a vile place that is home to evil beasts. And now it seems they have taken a child of the forest named Makar. Your presence here is no mistake, I deem. The King of Red Lions likely expects great deeds of you. It is why he brought you here. I am sorry to ask this of you, but can you go rescue young Makar for me? But great Deku Tree, people cannot fly through the air. Ah, yes, thank you, child. You are right. It is not possible to enter these woods from the sea, is it? Link, I would guess from your size that you are heavier than my Korok children, yet I think we may still be able to solve this dilemma. You must use the item I shall bestow upon you and fly through the sky. That was a lot of effort for one tiny little leaf. I'm just gonna trust that it's very, very special. Forgive me, Link, but could you climb up to my crown and get the leaf from up there? Hello, dude. Sweet. You will need magic power to use my leaf. You can find magic jars and grass clumps in vases after you defeat monsters. You must build up your reserves of magic power and use that leaf to fly from the high cliffs of my forest haven over to the Forbidden Woods. Yay! Oh, haha! I barely got his mouth at all, but still it somehow is good. Sheesh. Interesting. Is that how I get to the Nintendo Gallery the first time? Hello. You know about this flower? It's called a baba bud. You can stand in front of it and tell left to jump onto it. I'm still playing around with voices. Think of it as part of the debug. Baba buds have this peculiar habit of shooting you up into the air after you jump into them. So you can use them to jump up to hard-to-reach places. Well, now I'm headed Warcraft Gnome. You're with the left thumbstick, as opposed to other games where you aim with the right one. Boy, who needs consistency? Oh gosh. Have to lean forwards to really concentrate for this one. Surprise! Okay. Well, let's try that one again. I'm having so much trouble with this. I never have this much trouble. Okay. And if you're not aimed quite right, just let go of the stick and it will shoot you straight up and back down again, back into itself. Wow, you're quite good at that, Mr. Knight. Just keep doing that until you reach all the way to the top. If you shoot out facing the wrong direction, don't panic. If you don't tilt in any oh, what I just said. Ha 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 ha. There it is. Yeah, that helps you really check your aim. See if your trajectory up and down lines up with the stalk ahead of you, so that then you can shoot right over to it. Boing! Boing! Almost there. And and the Deku. Yeah, see? His model changed. His model changed, and now he's rendered differently. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was updated for the HD remake. Yeah. Cool. Plant your feet on the ground and poof. Can jump in the air and use magic power to drift. So it's a combination of all of the little floaty items that you've gotten throughout the series, such as itself in this game, the Deku Scrubs, flower petal windmills in Majora's Mask, the sailcloth from Skyward Sword. You couldn't really steer, that was more of just a parachute straight down. But the paraglider definitely shows similar physics and steering to the Deku Scrub and the paraglider. Over here! You must fly over there to here using your Deku Leaf. And proud Zelda tradition, there's a giant freaking arrow made of grass. Because subtle. Subtle. Subtle, you see, is very much like subtle, but not at all. Not at all. Okay, let's see. Where are the other ledges? There's that one over there. There's that one up there. Yes, Link, you have to stay awake. I don't remember. And you don't go to sleep on me. No, stay up. Okay. Do not remember what that was for. Whoopsie! But, yeah, okay, oops. Good job, me. Very good. You've already mastered using the Deku Leaf because you played way too much Breath of the Wild. Way too much. Not judging. But since you're so much heavier than we are, you can't fly very far, can you? How unfortunate. Anyway, this is the exit that leads to the Forbidden Woods. Please take care of my car. Yeah, this grass is all going to drop magic bottles. So that you can fill up, so that you can fly. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. Haha. Oh, there's constellations up there. That's something I love about this game. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Just this whole world is so alive and vibrant. Ah, yeah, I was right. Actually, you know, that is very much like the top of the Deku tree in Breath of the Wild. Very similar. But yeah. Huh. Alright. Hello, little buddy. Congratulations, swordsman! It appears you've finally gotten the Deku Leaf. That eerie-looking island over there is home to the Forbidden Woods. You'll have to float over there using the Deku Leaf. You're at the mercy of the wind. Set the wind direction, the main mechanic of the game. Oh, if only the wind were blowing in the right direction to carry you there. Oh, it's too bad I don't have anything to control it with. Oh, wait, I do. Okay, so that's... Ah, yeah, okay. That ledge up there has a door. And that's how you get to the Nintendo Gallery the first time. Which, being a second playthrough, I don't have to worry about, because I've already opened it. But, yeah. So... Alright. That's right. I don't have the map for this square. It went into a movie. It went into a cutscene before I could find the fish. Okay. Whoopsie. Alright, so we seem to be pointing southwest. So go with the direction Link is facing, not with the direction the platform seems to be pointing. Because I used the first person mode to look directly at where I was headed. So, whee! Okay. Gonna really quick. Refill all the magic, and talk to this guy. Nice job, swordsman! It looks like you've already mastered using your Deku Leaf. You're a quick study. The first thing you should do is cut the grass around here to replenish your magic power. The entrance to the Forbidden Woods is on a much higher level. Oh, what's this? Oh, email pop-ups. That's a thing in this operating system. Okay. In order to get up such a high place, you'll have to catch the swirling updraft. Can you see that updraft, swordsman? Can you say updraft? Yes. I see it. Have to time your jump just right. More mechanics and instructions, blah blah blah. Once you're floating, just let the wind take you. So, again, we're going to line up by going into first-person mode and staring right at it. And... so now... yeah, it is northwest. Because the two branches of the flight we take are at 90 degrees to each other. So... and now we have to hope we timed it right. There we go. Now, enemies. While flying, you can actually bounce your leaf. Ah, yeah. You see that little thing on the ground underneath me? That, I think, is what is left of... oh! You dropped golden feathers! Well then, I am definitely gonna have enough for who's his name's girlfriend. Okay, so... hey, Chai-Chai. Up or down? Up or down, buddy? Come on. Come on, darling. Come on up. Good boy. Good boy. So, here we have the Forbidden Woods, which I think actually was Kokiri Village. Because we will see... let's go to Chew. Come on. Come on, Chew. Hey, Chai-Chai. Easy, buddy. Good child. That's my baby. That's my good boy. That's my buddy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Good boy. Okay. Link doesn't get to have a break. Link doesn't have a cat hanging out on top of him. That's just me. Alright. Here if I ignore the television and just use the preview window. That's not too much of a lag. Ah, how many times can I miss this silly thing? These blobby things have always been around in some form or another, but... I don't think they actually got the name Chew or Choo-Choo until... was it Majora's Mask? Or... hi, sweetheart. Was it Majora's Mask? Do you remember, little buddy? Or were they still called bots, bits, blobs? Bits and the bots are from the original game. And... what were they called in the second game? What were they called in the second game? No, I think they were still called bots. Okay, so you have to throw the nuts because they decay. There. And here we have the pot, the wood pot, for the entry. And, ooh. As well as a treasure chest that I almost completely forgot about. I don't remember what's in it though, I think like the map or something. Ah, the map, yeah. Okay, so when it rotates around again. The text that you see right there, that is the text that you see in the text boxes when the Deku tree and the dragon talk to you. What's interesting about it though is that while in a text box, while spoken out loud, it's referred to as Ancient Hylian and is noted that most people can't understand it, it's also what's used as the contemporary writing. That's their, it's not an alphabet, it's a character set. It has a, oh hi, it's, it is kind of substitution cipher. It corresponds to the Japanese katakana, hiragana. Ocarina of Time also had a set of characters that corresponded to the Japanese characters. Interestingly, though, while this game seems to imply that when it's spoken it is the Ancient Hylian from Ocarina of Time era, from the era of that stuff, the alphabet, or not alphabet, I just said it wasn't, the character set is different than the ones from that game and is used in contemporary signs, contemporary writing. Link is able to read the map. Also interesting, and I'll have to, next week I'm going to have Twilight Princess and Ocarina loaded and ready to pull up. Oh, did I hit your ear? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit your ear, buddy. There you go. I'm going to have those loaded and just the console sitting there turned on, ready to pull up. I've only got the one capture card, so I'm not really going to be able to switch back and forth with them quickly. It's going to be plugging and unplugging, but I will show you the writing. In Twilight Princess, that's the first game where it does switch to an alphabet. We have the letters of the Hylian script corresponding to the letters of the English alphabet. Basically, on a pretty direct one-to-one. That's my little buddy. That's a good boy. Look at this boy. Aww. So... I will show you all of the different, and interestingly, I think that they do intend it to be Ancient Hylian, because you can find this script, this character set, in the graveyard of Kakariko Village in Twilight Princess, and that is very interesting, since I guess they just didn't want to reuse the characters from Ocarina. They were kind of simple. They weren't a direct one-to-one. The Wind Waker characters have been refined with the, I don't know the right words for the different kana, but, oh, sorry buddy, did I stop petting you? That wasn't allowed. It was awfully silly of me. But, yeah. Anyways, here we have a door with the Kokiri symbol. That's a Kokiri door. That is the symbol of the Kokiri. And you find little house-like things, little house-like structures throughout this dungeon that make me think this used to be Kokiri Village. It does not have the same layout. Ouch. That's awfully cute. It looks like a face. It's over there. Give me your seed. That sounded dirty. I didn't mean it like that. It sucks. Oh, okay. So apparently counter is just a bad idea with these guys. Good to know. Most of the guys just burn. You love being a distraction, don't you? Yes, you do. You're my wonderful little distraction. Distracting me from this game I'm playing, yes. Grab all the things. There's more to explore down here, but we'll come back for it once we've got the item. But, yeah, you see the thing that's, well, you're about to. Little symbol that's underneath him as he drifts. I think, in the GameCube it had Tingle's head instead of a spade. But that is the marker from the Tingle Tuner. When the Tingle Tuner wandered around, that was what was seen in game. Still haven't figured out how I'm going to show that to everyone. Still working on it. I'll figure it out. I just don't know how yet. But yeah, the person on the Game Boy would see a very flat, very simplistic rendering. The person in the world would see the person controlling Tingle zooming around as that little green icon. So if you get close, the flower closes and it's invulnerable, so you have to come over here and pick up the bomb and throw the bomb, and then don't blow yourself up on the bomb. Oh, come on. Must kill all the grass. Kill, kill, kill. The grass has personally offended me. Well, I'm good at this. Oh boy, yeah, I'm getting frustrated. So, drop, and now run, so it opens again. And you have to get back so it will open again. If you don't, it won't open. Another Kokiri door. I'm pretty sure that the doors in the first dungeon in Twilight Princess also have the Kokiri symbol. So I think it's implied that that also is what became of the Kokiri village for that timeline. Whee! Bottomless pit! Yay! Done being interesting, little buddy? Oh, these things. Can you further? Yay! Pay attention to the screen, stop paying attention to the other screen. Come on, Chibi. Oh, yay! So, yeah, these are peahats, actually. They're the smallest that they've ever been. Well, no, I mean, they're the same size as Link, aren't they? I forgot how small Link is. They're invincible as long as they're still moving. You have to hit them with the Deku leaf to sort of pop their leaves upside down. Huh, let's see. Gosh, they're in most of the games. Oh yeah, they're Twilight Princess. They're actually not an enemy so much as a, you grapple hook onto them in order to travel to certain areas. So they're more landscape feature puzzle component than actual attacking you. The two on the Nintendo 64, those are the ones where the peahats are the most terrifying because they're freaking huge and freaking coming at you with freaking lawnmower blades. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that freaked me out when I was... Oh! Ha! That's fun. Being eaten. Nom 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 nom. Yep. Give me your seed. Whee! So, yeah. In the original game, they just took up the same single tile that Link does. Yeah, they were in the second game. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. They must have been in Link to the Past. Yeah, they had to be. I don't remember, but they had to be. And in the Game Boy games, they were, yeah. Okay, so this game, they are the, well, I mean, they're less threatening in Twilight Princess, where they're just a game mechanic. That's the word. They're a puzzle mechanic, not a actual attacking you monster, but they're definitely annoying in this game. If you can't get it lined up right to hit the windmills while you're standing on the thing, you can just turn around and blow backwards. So... that was not the throw. That sucked. So you can't get too close because it'll close. Okay. So, there we go. Fussing around with positioning. Ah, this is an interesting one. If you get too close, ouch. If you get too close, that happens! Ah! So, if you get too close, the Spikes pop up out of the bottom. Hooray, wiggling plant tentacles with thorns. What are you eating, little boy? Chai, there is no food there for you to eat. I'm concerned about that cat. Granted, he is just being his usual self, so I'm not too concerned. And finally, we meet the main central room of the dungeon. This is the room we'll keep coming back to. This is the room where we go up and down and up in. Yeah, that is poisoned water. That will hurt you if you step in it. But do all the dungeons in this game have a main central room? That's really interesting. Yeah, last dungeon had the main cavern, which went up for stories and stories and stories, and then we dropped down on that spinny platform. By spinny platform, I mean the one that we had to do the spin attack on. But yeah, and then we have this room, and let's see. The Wind Temple has a central room with a fan. That's a really cool mechanic as well. Huh. Yeah, I guess they... Well, no, yeah, the Earth Temple has the statue room, which isn't as revisited as the central rooms of the other 3 dungeons, but yeah, I guess they do all have one, in the dungeons, they all have a room that ends up being the main central room. That's really interesting. Huh. There's our first warp. It's a Wurppert. Yay, Wurppert. Good job. Oh! I see! Gosh! I need to find a way to actually make this... Okay. Yeah, going steady. I only just now saw you. Oh, hi. I'm being attacked by stuff. Well, I need to pay better attention, don't I? But yes! Hooray, studying! Hooray, friend. Yay. And yes, confirmed. The Chichus were first in Majora's Mask. They have been throughout the series, but just the name Chichu started in Majora's Mask. So here we are, back at the start, and it is... I have been rambling for an hour straight, just not even getting things done because I've been just rambling about the lore. But thank you for joining me. Thank you. This has been a lot of fun. And next week, I'll actually make progress in the dungeon. And I'll also have the other games queued up to show you what I was talking about. So, thank you everyone for joining. Good night. I'll see you next week. Thank you everyone.